another edition of the Rockin' Rewind podcast. Here's your host, James Poovey and Ray Miranda.
Welcome to another edition of the Rockin' Rewind podcast. My name is James Poovey, alongside my co-host, Mr. Ray Miranda. Ray, so good to see you again, my friend. We are going to talk some touring artists. It's great to be talking about bands that have hit the road and are on their way to a city near you, hopefully, to play, and everyone's getting to finally enjoy some live music again, my friend.
Yes, that's right, James. Hey, man, you know, last year or so, year and a half has been tough on these guys. And they have been chomping at the bit to get out on the road. And man, I am waiting for it because I want to see some live music too. So let's talk about what is going on. You know, we'll talk about a couple of bands here, and we'll get more, you know, later on down the road. But let's start with 2 or 3, 4 of them. And let's see what's going on.
Well, tonight we're going to cover a couple bands near and dear to our heart, and we're going to talk about Molly Hatchet. They've been around, obviously, a long time, since the early 70s. Those guys still playing great music and still touring the United States and the world, for that matter. We'll take a look at their tour dates here in a little bit as well. And then we're going to talk about Jackyl, a Southern rock type band. I love those guys. I don't know if you've ever seen them live, Ray. Have you seen those guys live before?
Yes, I have. They were an opening band for the times that I've seen them. So yes and no. I mean, I didn't get to see the whole full show of them, but yes.
Oh, you haven't seen Jesse James Dupree out there with the chainsaw and carving up the bar stool and all that stuff?
No, he wasn't doing that, man. I mean, you didn't have the free reign to do that at the time, but no.
New Year's Eve, 1996. That was at Fort Worth Tarrant County Convention Center. That was an unbelievable show. Those guys are always fun live, and they're solid too, man. Rock solid musicians, and they put on a great show every time. So we'll cover a little bit of Jackyl, and then we're going to revisit some Lillian Axe. We got a chance to talk with Steve Blaze a couple of months ago, and those guys have been hitting the road hard already, Ray.
Yeah, I noticed that. A lot of these guys are touring the South. Hopefully, Hatchet's coming out to the West. So, not Lillian Axe, but Jackyl. I'm not sure what they're doing, but we'll check it out. We'll check out their tour dates.
Indeed. Let's take a look at this is Molly Hatchet actually playing live here in 2021. It's great to see live music back, and here they are right here, man. Yeah. This is down in Florida. I believe this was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, man. Great to see this stuff. Just like this is an iconic thing in my mind. Playing some Dreams. Great song.
I love the stage set up there. All the guitar cabinets out there.
Yeah, and 2 guitar players. Yeah, and the thing about these guys is that they are. I don't want to kill the buzz, but this is not the original thing. But they a lot of bands are doing this now. Warner, one of them.
That's right.
They are carrying the legacy on with guys that have been in the band and carrying it on. Which I love it. I have no problem with it. Man,
you know what? The fans just want to hear the music, Ray. We talk about it time and time again. Good music is timeless. Stuff like this right here.
Yeah.
Dreams I'll Never See is the name of this song by Molly Hatchet, and it's just straight ahead rock and roll, and it doesn't get old.
That's right.
And the people want to hear it, and as long as the band's able to go out and sound like the original band, and you know, like you said, I don't believe there's any original members in the band, is there?
No, man. You know what? Unfortunately, they have all passed away.
Unbelievable.
Which is, you know, they lived a hard and fast life. You know, that was back in the 70s. And look at them, man. They're rocking out with the 3 cars there. You know, I was very fortunate to see these guys twice. But two different singers.
That's fantastic. I love the drum setup right there too. The double bass, and I mean that's a huge kit. Got the gong going and everything. And you think, typically you think Southern rock band's not going to have a whole bunch of stuff like that, but they look like it looks like Motley Crue setup up there as far as the drum kit.
I'll tell you what, James. This was the first concert I ever saw.
No kidding.
And Pat Travers opened up for them.
Oh man, Pat Travers, we could cover him too on another show.
It was at the
boom, boom, out go the lights.
Right. It was at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
Okay.
And it was like $10. It was sold out. It was crazy. But Bruce Crump. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I'm not actually.
Bruce Crump was the drummer. At the time, he was like fantastic, best drummer ever, man. I mean, as far as at that time with music and stuff, it was crazy what was happening.
And you said it was Bill Crump?
No, Bruce Crump.
Bruce Crump. See, people. Yeah. The whole point of our show is for people to learn stuff about music or maybe in this case musicians that we've never heard of, and I've never heard of Bruce Crump before, even being a drummer. So. I'm gonna have to go check him out and see what he's all about. Yeah. But you said he was the man at the time, huh?
Bruce Crump was, he was probably one of the few guys that were playing double bass and all that stuff.
Okay.
And the thing I remember about him was he had a little. When I went to see him, now I was sitting way up in the upper levels in the Coliseum there.
Okay.
And like I said, Pat Travers opened for me. It was great, man. I was in high school. So this was like...
Yeah, give us a year here.
82?
82 was a great year. I was 7.
82, something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really baby. Okay, I was in high school, man. I'm a little older than you.
That's awesome.
You know what was cool about it is he had he had this big, massive drum set like the guy from Dream Theater,
Portnoy
or something like that.
Yes.
And he had a little, the thing I remember is he had this little, what's that dude from Sesame Street?
Animal.
Cookie Monster guy.
Oh, Cookie Monster. Okay.
The blue character. I don't remember what it was.
Grover.
It might have been Grover. I don't know, but yeah. It was right there, in front. It was like his little mascot or whatever.
Gotcha.
But man, and then when they did Flirting with Disaster, and it was just, I didn't know a lot about music then,
Right.
I didn't even know what I was seeing. But now that I look back on it, I was like, man, these guys are fantastic,
But you knew it was solid, right?
Yeah. I knew their hit songs and all that stuff. It was Flirting with Disaster, Dreams I'll Never See. Because they're a little older. So, but the second time I saw them was in at a bar. Yeah. And it was crazy because it was not very many people there. Time had passed, quote unquote, and
right.
It was Danny
That's
Joe
a little
Brown.
Dreams I'll Never See right there going on in the background right now.
Yeah, they've had 2 singers, and I've seen both of them. They're both good.
Unbelievable. Let's take a look at some of the Molly Hatchet tour dates that are coming up now. I know you were supposed to go to a show in Tempe back at the end of May, and that got rescheduled.
Check them out. We got they're touring all over the place. Tempe, Arizona. Hey.
That's right there, August the 29th. Now I believe you said that was a Sunday evening, if I'm correct, right?
Sunday night, Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, let's go check that out. Yeah.
And then before that, they're August 6th. They're in Townsend, Delaware at Firebase Lloyd, wherever that is, and then Wolverhampton over in the UK. So they jumped a pond to go over and do a couple of dates over in Europe, and then they hit Belgium, Switzerland in December. And then it looks like they wrap things up about the second week of December over in Germany. So those guys obviously popular worldwide.
That's what I was going to say, James. I mean, listen, a Southern rock band started out in, I think, Georgia, Florida, Alabama. I don't know, somewhere in there. and they're touring the world. I mean, you're talking about people in Europe that get into these guys. I mean,
and again, like we mentioned earlier, unfortunately, with no original members.
Right. And so that, that is a very popular thing right now. I know Foreigner does it. Bad Company is almost at that point where they're going to have to, but you cannot replace Paul Rogers. Now, we're not talking about Bad Company right now.
No, Paul Rogers. We could do an entire show on just Paul Rogers, much less Bad Company. I mean, he's one of the top, probably the top 5 voices in rock. Yeah. Wouldn't you agree?
They call him the voice, man. They call him
unbelievable. That guy can sing.
Can do like what he does, and sings with Queen. But we'll talk about them later. But I'm just saying, for Molly Hatchet to do what they're doing and then start Southern rock band, Southern rock, and then go into Europe and do what they're doing. Check them out, guys. Their latest album is they have a few of them, but check it out. Look at their discography or whatever you want to call it, and guys, they're great. Check them out. Now
you talk about another band with a great singer, and that's the second band we're going to talk about this evening, Jackyl.
Mm-hmm.
They're known for their stage presence, their wild antics. Some of their songs are some would consider them pretty out there, but these guys know how to have a good time, and they love rocking and rolling and entertaining the fans. And unfortunately, we just lost Ray here for a minute, so we'll give him hopefully a second to come back in with us right quick. But yeah, Jackyl is one of those bands that's just fantastic. Jesse James Dupree is the leader of the band. He's on vocals, also plays a little bit of rhythm guitar. He'll play a lead or two here and there, but essentially he's a rhythm guitar and also the primary vocalist of the band. They've had the pretty much the same band for about the past, I'd say 15 to 20 years or so, at least the same touring band. And they've been around the desert here a couple of times. I got a chance to see them back in 2007, I believe it was. Might have been 2006 down in Tucson. They were at the Tucson County Fair, and I was able to catch them down there, so that was pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look right here. This is Jesse James Dupree himself. This guy can still sing. These guys got popular in the early 90s, just when hair metal was kind of on the way out. But they got a southern rock sound for sure. Again, they've had about the same touring band for a long, long time. So quite a few original members still in the band for Jackyl, which is always good. And then Jesse is just always Jesse. Always an entertaining show anytime you get to see Jackyl.
Sorry, James.
Hey, you're back with us, Ray. That's all right, man. We're just checking out a little bit of Jackyl right here.
I don't know what happened to Jackyl.
So this is Down on Me by Jackyl. And I'm sure you're familiar with this tune. These guys just come out and they just rip your face off, Ray.
Yeah. They're in your face rock and roll, man. Yeah. Now, I don't know what you said about them because I disappeared for a second there, but
well, I was talking a little bit about the fact that they've had pretty much the same members for quite a long time, at least the same touring members. I know it's not the entire original members of the band, but they've had a pretty solid group for a while, and you can tell because they're solid live.
Well, Jesse James, man, he's a consummate professional. Now he's extremely good businessman too.
Oh, fantastic businessman. He's into all kinds of stuff.
Sturgis, what's the name of his?
He owns a Full Throttle Saloon up there.
Full Throttle Saloon, man. Now listen, that is one of my bucket list things. Yes. Now I've been into South Dakota. And I've been up there.
All right, we might have to get up to that Full Throttle Saloon one day.
Yes, and I can understand why it happened up there because, man, it's great. I mean, you get up in there and you're like, hey, man, biker. Dude, I went to Rushmore 2 years ago.
Okay.
Thousands of bikers descended on there, and they were just like, and they were headed to Rushmore, man. Sturgis.
Going to Sturgis, that's exactly right.
And so
he's gotten really popular up there too. He's really established that place, and everybody loves it's kind of a tourist spot now. People go up there and just, like you say, make that one of the stops either on the way in or out of Sturgis, one way or another.
Right, and if you go up there, you're not just gonna see Jesse James. You're gonna see some good bands. Put some good bands up. Cinderella's played there. Zach Wild.
Oh yeah, they got all kinds of good stuff going on up there.
Yeah, so
and this guy can still sing, Ray. Come on, man.
Yeah,
great pipe still from Jesse James Inquiry right there.
And he interacts with the people there.
Oh yeah, the ultimate showman.
He's out there, yeah.
You got to see him. He'll carve up the chainsaw on stage. It's fantastic with the bar stool and everything. Right, these guys know how to rip it up, man. Yeah. If you've never seen Jackyl, you got to do yourself a favor and get to one of those shows. Speaking of those shows, there we go. July 16th, Jimcourt, Pennsylvania. August 28th in Maryville, Tennessee. And there's going to be more dates added to this from what I've heard. October 2nd in West Hollywood at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Now, that might be fun. Mm-hmm. October 3rd in Reno, October 9th in Houston, Texas, and then it looks like a show down at the Rialto Theater in Tucson that got canceled.
Come on,
but that's not till March 16th, so maybe they'll get that somehow rescheduled there. But
Tucson's
if you're in any one of these areas, make sure you get out there and check out Jackyl. That's a good time.
Yeah, Tucson's a little, little there, man. so we'll see. I mean, come on, Tucson. Pull it together.
I got to hand it to you, though, man. Last time I saw Jackyl was actually in Tucson at the Tucson County Fair. Okay. I said that a little bit ago when you were off there for a minute, and that was the last time I saw them. They were playing. I think I can't remember who else was there at that show, but it was Jackyl, like the headliners that night, and they just tore it up, man. Just like they just set up and plug in and play.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't come to Phoenix. Come on, man. You got more people.
So. Don't hate. Stop hating on Tucson.
Yeah, all right.
ASU U of A. I get it. I got it. I get the undertones. It's all right.
Okay.
So let's talk again about Lillian Axe. Now we got a chance to visit with Stevie Blaze.
That's our brothers.
What was that? April that we did that with Steve?
Yes.
It's been a couple of months now. I know.
A couple months, yeah.
And they were getting ready. They had just kind of gotten clearance. He was just starting to book some dates. And, some things were official, some things were almost official, and waiting to dot a few I's and cross a few T's. But they finally got it done, my friend. And here he is right here rocking out. This is about the second week of June, I want to say.
Yes.
Solid, man.
He just...
I'm sorry, man, but if you don't like this song, we probably can't be friends. That's just what I'm gonna tell you. This is just great stuff right here. I just feel lucky that I got the chance to see them in a small place like that when I was younger. And luckily we'll probably get to do the same thing again.
Yeah, I'm fortunate I got to found his first album. That was crazy.
Unbelievable.
And I didn't even know who I was seeing. So, later on down the road.
And check out the vocals, man. The harmonies.
Great. You know, people don't realize what this makes me sad that they don't. And I'm like, come on, man. This guy pouring his heart out.
Oh yeah.
And he's got so much. And you know what? When we talked to him, some of the albums that come out, do the Doom thing, man, I'm really.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
They're just killing it, man. I mean, listen to the harmonies.
Yeah. And you know, his band's pretty solid, man. He's got some guys with him. But,
There's the breakdown. Those tears were not for me. Oh. There you go. Get that.
No, it's great, man.
Solid, man. The only thing I have to complain about is I wish the person would have turned their phone sideways, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it.
They don't. they don't even know we're using this, man. That's
yeah, right. I know.
Well, they might eventually.
Yeah, they will eventually.
No, but man, he does such a good job, man.
It's great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. The build up right here, back in right here. The harmonics right there. That was perfect. Steve's such a great guy. We enjoyed that visit so much. I can't wait to hopefully catch them when they come around or get out there.
Well, you know, I talked to
sometime.
him a little bit through email. He said, "Hey man, let's get together and we'll talk just about songs." But I don't want to do that quite yet. I want to do what he's doing on a break. Talk about songs.
Yeah, there'll be a break time.
Yeah, we'll talk about songs. I want to know his mindset on a lot of these songs.
Man, just solid performance.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta go.
I told him I got my sticks ready.
Hey, you know they're gonna have that cruise in 2022.
Yeah, we might want to look into that, Ray.
We might have to pull some magic.
There we go.
Talk to a lot of these guys, you know. Yeah, Steve, man.
Unbelievable, right there.
So, did you put his dates up, or did I miss that?
Bingo, right there. Look at that, right on cue.
Okay.
So we're all the way down right now, Ray, to July 16th is going to be the next one coming up 5 days from now in Destin, Florida, a beautiful location down there. And then they're also with Faster Pussycat and Enough's Enough in Jackson, Mississippi, July 18th. August 5th in Avondale Estates. August 6th in Birmingham, Alabama. August 7th, Newton, North Carolina. August 21st, Prairieville, Louisiana. September 25th, getting closer to home in Gonzales, Louisiana. Chalmette, Louisiana, October 30th, the day before Halloween. And then, as you mentioned, February 9th, 2022, the Monsters of Rock cruise. That one takes off from Miami, Florida. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that would be fun, guys. Hey, listen, any of these bands we talked about, if you're in that area, go out and support them.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're a fan. I mean, come on. You know, get out there. You know, there's some guys coming here pretty soon. Styx is one of them. You know, I'm going to go check out here in September. You know, Molly Hatchet.
Yes.
And at the end of August. So, you know, check them out, guys. I mean, that's why we're here. If you don't know some of these guys, I mean, that's how you learn about them. You just go check them out. Or maybe you've been dead for a little while. You're like, okay, hey, look at this band, man. You know, they're still touring, guys. Check them out.
Yes,
Molly Hatchet,
indeed.
Jackyl, Lillian Axe. And we're going to talk about some more in the coming weeks here, but
we're going to talk about a lot more because there's a lot more of these great bands to cover
these
that
guys are
you've
starting to
never
tour.
heard of, or maybe you heard of back in the day and you forgot about them, and I forgot about how good their stuff was, or that was their song. I wasn't quite sure who that was. That happens a lot, unfortunately.
And you know what? We're going to start having some guests on again. It's just it takes a little bit of time. Some of these guys are busy. They're doing what they're doing. They're starting to tour again, so they're not as as available as they were the last year or so. But we're going to start talking to some of these guys, and they'll come on. We'll talk to them, and we'll
certainly
their tours.
Yeah, and we're gonna catch some of them on the road. Ray, is what we're gonna do. We're gonna catch them either on the bus or somewhere on the road. Maybe it's just before sound check or something like that. And we're lucky enough now with technology, everybody can just jump on the cell phone and get right on here and join us for a little bit and check in. Wouldn't that be cool to check in with them at the at the sound check or something? That'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So
now
there is talking with some folks coming up very soon.
There's one thing I want to do, and this is kind of a new feature. I didn't even tell James about it, but
all right, what is it?
I'm telling you, a new feature. This is the album of the week.
Album of the week.
2 week or whatever.
Okay. I think I know what to do here. Hold on a second.
Listen, guys, we're going to be getting on here as much as possible. We're not independently financially independent. So we get on here when we can. So
that's exactly right.
But here's the thing. We're going to talk about, every time we get on here, we're going to talk about a new guy, and we're going to talk about their album or new band or whatever. And the one that I'm really fired up about, I guess, is Myles Kennedy. Now, if you don't know who Myles Kennedy is, he is the singer for Slash.
That's right.
He is the singer for Alter Bridge. Now, Alter Bridge, I don't know about Alter Bridge. Well, Alter Bridge is awesome.
Alter Bridge is fantastic.
A groove.
And if you don't know what Alter Bridge is basically what was left minus Scott Stapp from the band Creed, which a lot of people have obviously heard of.
Right, James.
And so Myles Kennedy right there on cue with his new album, Ides of March. Let's take a listen to one of those tracks now, Ray. Here we go.
Awesome, man. Okay, go for it.
I still remember just like it was yesterday, the moment the gavel brought the fires and the rage. Now it stands to reason that in time we see a change, but the more things keep on shifting round, the more they stay the same. Please don't tell me that it's over. It breaks my heart. I feel we'll never make amends.
Yeah, so guys,
an unbelievable vocalist,
guys and girls,
he can kill it. It's
get out there.
Crazy what that guy can do.
Check it out, Myles Kennedy. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know who he was until he was playing with Slash, and
that's right.
I was not a I wasn't into Alter Bridge. I wasn't into.
You weren't into Creed. You didn't wear out that.
I wasn't into Creed. I wasn't into
Human Clay album. I think it was. What was that called? Yeah, Human Clay.
Right now, I know a couple of the songs off there and stuff, but I wasn't really into those guys. And then when I saw him with Slash, I'm like, who's this guy? And then I found out that he did stuff with Alter Bridge. I started listening to Alter Bridge. I'm like, man, these guys are good.
Yeah, he's very talented, extremely talented, and the voice. We talk all about the voice. Now, the voice.
The voice, and another thing that a lot of people don't know about him is he's a great guitar player.
Yes,
great guitar player. He plays some of the people who go see Alter Bridge, they don't realize what a good guitar player is. They don't.
No.
Now they're going to see him rocking out and stuff, but they don't. They're not comparing him to like Eddie Van Halen or any of these other. Eddie Van Halen's a different beast, but
of course,
I'm just saying the guy can play guitar, man.
Indeed, he can.
and he does not do it with Slash, because Slash is Slash. Slash, that's his thing.
Right.
So he doesn't even try to compete with Slash. And so, but anyway,
he knows how to stay in his lane, as we like to say, right?
Yes.
And he knows exactly what he just compliments that everything he touches turns to gold. That guy. And he just compliments if he's in that situation with Slash, and he knows it's all about vocals, and he just nails it. And then when he's got his own thing going on, it's solid as well. And he's got a great group of musicians with him too. So all good stuff. If you haven't had a chance, check it out. The Ides of March is the name of the album from Myles Kennedy. One more look at it right there. That's the album cover. Pretty cool shot there.
Go check it out. You know what? I'm not sure about his website. Look it up, man. It's Myles Kennedy.
Yeah, you can't miss it. Myles Kennedy. It's just about as easy as finding the Rockin' Rewind podcast on YouTube or wherever you like to listen to podcasts, right?
There you go.
Right?
That's exactly right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. And Ray, it was great chopping up with you again on some really good rock and roll, and great to hear about some new stuff coming from Myles Kennedy, and then reviewing that great stuff from Molly Hatchet, also on the road now, and Jackyl as well. So another great show, man. Look forward to doing it again in a couple of weeks.
Right, and don't forget our brothers in Lillian Axe. Yes. Love you guys.
Absolutely. Man. Come out to Phoenix. We can't wait to see you guys.
All you guys, Hatchet, whatever, man.
And spread the word. If you enjoyed our show here tonight, make sure and spread the word. Tell your friends about the Rockin' Rewind podcast. If you get on there and message us, if you have a band that you'd like to hear about, or hey, what's up with this band, or what are they doing now? Or are these guys still touring? I got a couple of old albums I found last week, and I remember how much I used to like these guys. Let us know. Hit us up, and we can research it for you. And
by the way,
come back and give you a full report.
By the way, listen, guys. Let me get the camera.
Oh, there it is.
Listen, if you're not sure about Molly Hatchet and you're like, man, I got the glare on there. Look, I'm not a big fan of greatest hits albums, but this one, if you're not a big fan, you want to say, hey, what's up with Hatchet? Right here. Molly
That's a good
Hatchet,
place to start, right there. The greatest hits.
Right here, man. It has everything on there. Flirting with
and
Disaster,
you can see Ray as the CD guy.
Yeah,
and we can have a whole show about that too. CD versus and CDs are digital technically, but when you think about that versus streaming, and then it's all compressed and so forth. But that's another show, right?
Exactly. So
that's a whole other show.
This is a good album, great album right here, because it has a lot of good songs on it.
Great stuff.
But whatever. Check it out, and I got some other albums. I'm not going to pull them out right now, but we'll talk to you all soon.
We will. Have a great night. Everyone take care, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care.